Here's the annual salary for farmers in South Dakota.
First, go watch our video. Then please excuse me, my voice. I'm sick. Now, first, I want you to know I'm going to disagree with some things that this girl just said, and I'm not coming after her. I think she brought up a lot of really good points, and I agree with a lot of things she said on a principle level. But I think we also have to be realistic. This land wasn't taken from the farmers, so no one's going to be giving it back. Was the land bought at a price that the average farmer will never be able to compete at? Probably. But this isn't a problem that we can just fix overnight, because what she's describing is giving the land back to the farmers who are actually taking care of the land, which means that we have to define what taking care of the land means, which generally is going to mean more oversight, more legislation, more regulation. And if you're in the ag industry and want more of those things, I've never met you. What's happening here is landowners are coming in and buying land that normally a farmer would buy. They have the ability to buy it because they are probably a diversified business that is invested in other things. So they have enough capital to purchase it, or enough collateral to purchase it. The average farmer may not have that, especially if they're a small family farm. There's a lot of reasons this is happening. One of them is the increase in regulation that we see and the paperwork and time it takes to keep up with that. If you're a small family business that's just you and your wife or you and your kids, hard to be able to keep up with that, whereas a corporate farm or a corporate entity can employ someone that's their whole job. There's also economies of scale at work here, where when you get to a certain size, you can make a lot of things just somebody's job. And then you have the ability to have more buying and purchasing and contracting power to take advantage of some of those better prices, both when you're selling and when you're buying inputs. I'm not sure if a small family farm is ever again going to be able to provide a stable family income. We may just be too far gone past that. It'd probably take some pretty serious world events for us to return to that system. I think that the real power in our day and age is going to lie in cooperatives. And that could mean the traditional ag co-op, or it could mean something that looks a little different. But we have to figure out some way that the small guys can compete with the big guys when it comes to these ridiculous prices, without adding more regulation and without requesting somebody to give something back to us. Because the land isn't ours. We don't own it unless we bought it. Even then, we may not really own it. Either way, asking the big guy to give the little guy something, just look at how that's ever worked in the past. It's not gonna.